I started working for Lucasfilm when I was 17 years old, and we we we've made a lot of Star Wars projects since then. This is about 26 years going strong here, and I love Star Wars. As a kid, I was 5 years old when I saw New Hope, and it just totally transformed my life, and in so many ways. And one of those ways was how they make the movies. And I came, I got fortunate enough to work at Lucasfilm at a really young age, and be part of making these films. And it's been a total dream come true. And I actually could probably do it for the rest of my life. I'd be happy. Roger is a battle droid from the Clone Wars era, and I played those characters in some of the prequels and in Clone Wars. And now to have that same character, and I always played the battle droids with compassion because I just felt like they were really not fairly programmed. You know, George Lucas once told me that the Separatist army couldn't afford the CPUs they needed to make these things like really intense, and they were great up against clones or a population, but not so much against Jedi, and that's where we used to see them getting attacked a lot, and they were really pathetic. And I played that with a lot of compassion for them. And so I've taken that same compassion and put him in Roger, but now his priorities have changed. Right off the bat, just baking cookies for his family. And he learns a lot about how the battle droids have their history and how he reframes his worldview kind of based on what the Freemakers have been thinking about them. And so it's fun to see that process for him. And he actually has some serious moments. You know, he's had a checkered past, and for now him to be part of a family that's working on the light side is fun for me. The good thing about, my post-production work that I do for Skywalker Sound comes into play in this show, because we've gone through and made some of the iconic sounds for the show, the Freemakers ships, a lot of the ships you see in the show, and some of the locations we go to, we've built those sounds. Myself and David Acord, my co-sound designer on Force Awakens and Clone Wars, did those together. And now at the end of each show, I get to go through and kind of give it that extra touch and make that connection to what the 40 years of Star Wars that we've had already. So that's my role as a post-production person in Star Wars, is to give it that connection to what's already come before.